It is me, Vegeta T23, and welcome back to my new What If. Today, we're talking about what if Vegeta was born a Saiyan God. Before I start, I'd like to mention that I created a Discord server for you to join. The link is in the description of this video, so if you'd like to join in and talk to me and the rest of my fans, it's there. I'd also like to mention that I created an Instagram so you can survey my very uninteresting life. I mainly post Osu stuff. Now back to the video. In the last part, we discussed how Vegeta found Frieza's last known location, that being Namek. They go there, training while traveling, and once there, they begin planning, but decide to go at it without a plan when Frieza visited the same area they were in, so they made their move then. Vegeta toyed with Frieza a little bit, and Frieza tried everything to hurt Vegeta, but nothing worked. Frieza then went nuts and fired at the planet. Vegeta just returned fire and injured Frieza quite a bit, killing him. Back at home, about a year later, Trunks arrives to kill King Cold and notifies Goku of the whole androids appearing stuff as well as the heart virus he's about to get. After 3 years, they get to fight some androids. With the recap out of the way, let's continue the what if. During a flight to the outskirts, Vegeta notices Goku being slightly out of breath and asks him if he's good. Goku just says he is and continues flying. Upon arrival, Goku, being confident in his abilities, takes them both on, going into Super Saiyan he acquired during those 3 years, and takes on Android 19 first, beating him relatively easily and quickly. But once the time came for 20 to die, 20 is nowhere to be seen, as well as Vegeta. Suddenly Goku falls down and grabs his chest in pain. Yamcha, now healed, goes and takes him away while they search for 20. Goku is in his room with Yamcha, Yajirobe and Chi-Chi panicking and crying as to what's going on, and Yamcha explains that he just collapsed, drank a small bottle of something and went out like a dead light bulb. Meanwhile, Vegeta is trying to sense the androids but fails to do so. However, after a bit of searching, Krillin notifies everyone how he found Jiro's lab. At the same time, future Trunks arrives and sees the Z fighters, letting the nostalgia take over for a bit before descending. Everyone looks at Trunks, then Vegeta. Trunks sees their confusion but chooses not to spoil the beans. However, Vegeta already realized it's his son. During all the babble, the doors open to reveal the new addition to the androids, and Jiro's head on the ground. The new androids can't seem to find Goku, so they just walk past our Z fighters and depart on their merry way. Trunks then recommends that they should find those androids. Bulma has wandered off on her own and finds an incubator containing the embryo. Trunks immediately knows this is Cell and destroys it right there. Bulma is getting annoyed on why, and Trunks just stares at the wall, not saying a thing. Vegeta gets triggered and wants to find the androids, so he departs. Trunks has returned to reality and told everyone that once his father takes care of the androids, they'll finally be at peace. They then sense something odd on an island not too far away from there, and they go to investigate. They see a time machine covered in moss, and Trunks tells them how that's impossible. Once everyone asks him to elaborate, Trunks explains how this is his time machine and how someone used it, then says it's impossible as he keeps it in a capsule. They then see how something escaped from the inside. They decide to go a bit deeper with the investigation, but before that happens, they sense one of the cities getting destroyed. They rush into the city to fight a bug-looking creature in front of them on a cliff. The thing introduces itself as Cell and that he's searching for the androids. But our fighters don't buy it and get straight to the point, asking if you vaporized the city just now. Cell confirms it and says that for their own good not to interfere, otherwise he will need to kill them right there. Right as Cell finished that sentence, every Saiyan present turns Super Saiyan. Meanwhile, Vegeta senses shit is going down back there while he's busy with the androids. Bulma is still near the lab, so Vegeta takes care of the androids by kicking them down unconscious, then getting them back to Bulma to seal them away again. Bulma has a plan, so she begins reenacting it. Cell begins fighting the Saiyans, but they can't really manage much at all as Cell is simply toying with them. so they decide to power up. Cell comments on their weak asses, but fighting isn't their option, rather pinpointing the location to Vegeta. Vegeta figures out and departs to the area. He arrives very fast and sees Cell standing there. Vegeta can sense Cell's power and figures why no one can get close to him. Vegeta then gets ready, transforming into his own Super Saiyan, which he calls Rose, and then begins to fight Cell. It's clear he's much better on his own, since his base is stronger than both Saiyans that were there in their own Super Saiyan forms. Cell was overwhelmed now by a long shot, simply because Vegeta increased the power by more than 10 times Cell's own limit. Cell realizes he's way outclassed and then tries to vanish. Now the Saiyans are thinking what next, but Vegeta remembers he can sense God Ki, so he goes for it. Cell manages to escape, but as he's choosing his next city, Vegeta cuts him off. Cell is confused, but Vegeta still spares no one as Cell gets punched through in an instant. Thinking he saved the day, Vegeta slowly starts walking away, but Cell gets up, regenerating in an instant, getting a Zenkai on the spot and then attack Vegeta. Vegeta, of course, blocks the attack while staring at Cell. He noticed Cell can regenerate like the Namekians, so he's got no time to waste, but Cell then pushes Vegeta back, releasing a powerful and fire-like aura. Vegeta knew he screwed up, but started fighting Cell regardless. The two start battling and it's clear Cell has the upper hand, as he's trashing Vegeta around. While away from Cell, Vegeta slipped something in his mouth and continued battling Cell. Cell managed to punch through Vegeta with such force that even Raditz and Nappa sensed where it came from, and then rushed there. Once there, Cell was nowhere to be seen, and they see Vegeta bleeding to death. So they immediately take him back to Capsule Corp while Bulma was working on reprogramming the androids. Vegeta was in a tough state, and almost unconscious, not being able to move a muscle. While helping him out, Raditz noticed something green in his mouth, which Krillin said is a chewed up senzu bean. So he went and grabbed some water and washed Vegeta's mouth with it, rinsing the bean in his stomach. The bean worked and Vegeta recovered. He woke up and figured they realized he had a senzu bean in his mouth as a backup. He's got a massive Zenkai from it, but he was still quite unsure if he'll be able to take a crack at Cell again. Trunks recommends that Goku should take on Cell, but Vegeta says how he'll only get in the way. Trunks then explains further how Goku could get the same thing Vegeta has and how he could push his power higher beyond with it, just like Vegeta did. That was the perfect time for Goku to heal up from the heart virus. Goku arrived at Capsule Corp and Trunks rehearsed the plan to him. So, in a nutshell, it was up to all the Saiyans to pour their Super Saiyan power into him, creating a Super Saiyan God and then working on honing it. Goku asks how does he know of it, and Trunks says that it has been done to him, hence the Rosé form. Meanwhile, Piccolo fused with Kami and now they lost the Dragon Balls. That was a bad idea on Piccolo's end as Cell comes crashing into Capsule Corp, destroying the area where the androids were located and absorbing them, becoming perfect. The Z fighters barging and see the carnage. But Vegeta is shocked by something else. Bulma dead on the ground, looking completely mauled by the explosion. This enrages Vegeta and Trunks so much that they power up as high as they can go, pushing their boundaries. Trunks did nothing much except boosting 2 or 3 times more. But Vegeta, he went higher than that as his aura imploded, revealing an even pinkier form. Vegeta's tears evaporate from the intense aura and his powers suddenly skyrockets by 20-fold. He is now a Super Saiyan Rosé evolution. Since Cell was quite weak right after he absorbed the androids, Vegeta had a very good chance of defeating the Bugman. With a single gut kick, Cell spewed out both the androids. Trunks joined in on the fun as he threw Cell in the air and began mauling him down like a pest, before killing him off with a powerful wave. Vegeta and Trunks went back to base to mourn the loss of his wife, and well, mother for Trunks. Goku figured the training was unnecessary now, since Vegeta and Trunks dealt with him. The only concern now was a new Earth Guardian, which they solved with Dende with a simple trip to Namek. They revived Bulma and everything is back to normal. And with that, we're leaving things be for now. Thank you for watching. If you think I should start with a manga, then click dislike. But if you liked the video, hit that like button. If you'd like me to cover your idea in the near future, comment down below. And as always, peace out.